It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we've got the Black Knights leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Black Knights and the Eagles on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they get a stern road test as they come into this one after losing in London a week ago.
Yeah, the schedule makers gave them a pretty tough stretch here. I think we'll know early on whether these guys are ready to play.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
He finds his man complete. That's Holt. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way. No gain at all for the offense.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, James. Thomas has got it, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Simmons, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
He's going to keep this again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, James.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in 1 uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Black Knights are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Well, they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Caught here by Griffin. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The tight end in motion right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Brock Bowers
from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles are able to move back in front.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wolf. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Simmons. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. James. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harper. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. James. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's taken down inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Complete to number 80. A gain of 5. And an Eagles first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's James, throwing to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, James. And Thomas has it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Simmons, and he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, James. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll begin by running here with Samuel.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 9 now.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This now a 3rd and
4. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 35-27, the final score. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. C.J. Stroud leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Back to throw now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The slot man in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wolf. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Howell. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 22.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They'll give it to Samuel. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now he'll look to throw it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Howell.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. James. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man. Complete. It's Alexander. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harper. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, James. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Up the middle they go. Simmons. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quickness guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he'll go down at the 28. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
This 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Simmons. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Alexander. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. James. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. James.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Howell down to throw it.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. Anthony. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Back to throw. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A handoff for Samuel.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, James. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Back to throw. James. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harper. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Wolf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Simmons. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Black Knights have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Off-play action. It's Howell. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up,
Automatic
or if you're
first
going
down.
to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
And Howe will throw it.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 41-yard line.
Powell.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Philadelphia.
It's Howe with another throw.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Holt. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
In motion, the tight end.
Here's Howe.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack.
Powell.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Howell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they start.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So a fourth-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So the Eagle offense coming on here as they'll try for 2 points.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Howell throwing for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He finds his man complete. That's Harper. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harper. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Black Knights get a bit closer. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they